Same answer? Yeah, you better. Paul?
Don't you have to write the restriction for
That's a good point. Don't I have to write the restriction for R and T? So we have to write R can't be 0, T can't be 0. That's good. I was going to actually mention that. From now on, from this book, it says you don't have to worry about because the denominator will never be 0 from now on. Unless we say otherwise. Does that make sense? So on your homework tonight, guess what? Do you have to write restrictions? No. So if we don't say, so for, it says from now on from this book, unless we say otherwise, you don't need to write the restriction. But it's a good thing that you noticed that. That's exactly right. Yeah, normally since I didn't say anything, you need to write the R can't be 0, T can't be 0. Very good. Let's look at method 2 on this one. I believe I have it right here. Okay, here. So method 2, I look for my GCF. Audrey, is this what you did? What you did? 3R? Did you get? So tell me what to write. Once you have the GCF as 3R, what do you get on the numerator? 3R times?
3R times 2R squared.
Uh-huh. Wait, 2R squared. What about T?
Oh, 2R squared T.
Uh-huh.
Minus 6RT. No, 6. Yeah, 6RT squared.
Good. Uh-huh.
And then plus T squared.
Plus T squared, are you sure?
Or plus T.
If it was T, you have to multiply 3R times T, and you don't get 3R, do you? Guess what you're going to need? 3R times what gives you 3R, Audrey? 1. Did you all remember to write 1 there if you did it this way? Do you see what I'm talking about? Because could I leave this out? Because I know that I say 3R over here, I say 3R here. Could I leave it out? No. Then you just get binomial. There's no way you're going to multiply monomial times binomial and get trinomial. Does that make sense? So you have to have that 1. Otherwise, you don't get 3R. Do you think it's a good idea to always check? Okay, on the bottom I got RT, right? So then, this one's kind of interesting. Does 3R go into RT? I mean, does the RT go into 3R? Not really. So you I could still write it this way. 3R over RT times 2R squared T minus, the whole trinomial over 1. Right, this is over 1. What do I get? What's 3R over RT? Yes?
3 over T.
3 over T. Is it 3T or 3 over T? Do you think that's important? Yes. Okay. T is still down here on the denominator. So as you can see, when you multiply, you get 3 over T times that trinomial. And guess what? Since we're dividing, we should simplify. We should distribute this out. When you distribute, don't you get 6R squared T over T minus 18R T squared over T plus 3T? And of course, you should cancel out the T's, right? You can simplify. Which one's easier, method 1 or method 2 for this one? Method 1. Okay, so what kind of determines, for all the other ones it's fine, you could use method 1 or 2, but when do you now want to use method 2? Do you see what I'm talking about? Anybody see, when do you think you don't want to, yes, Austin?
When it doesn't cancel out.
When it doesn't cancel out. In other words, yes, yeah.
No, I was just saying, like, how I solve method 2,
Uh-huh.
I don't look at GCF, I just look at the denominator.
Uh-huh.
I just pick out RT, not the GCF.
Yeah, but you can't take out T from the 3R.
That's why when I put RT out, I just put 3 over T.
Oh, okay.
Just cancel out the RT out and I just got, I don't pick out GCF, I just pick out RT.
You just took out RT?
I just took out RT and just cancel it out.
You can't do that though. How do you take out RT? Because from the numerator, you factor out RT?
Yeah, no, like, you know how, like, if you do, just take out, if you take out RT, it's going to be like 6R squared minus 18RT plus 3 over T. Like, for the last one, I just did like 3R over RT, just canceled it out, I just did 6R squared minus 18RT plus 3 over T.
I'll have to look at your work. I don't know exactly. Did you get the right answer? Okay, let me take a look at it. But do you see what I mean by that? Okay, so if your denominator does not go into GCF, do you think we should use method 2? No, I don't think so. Okay. Does that make sense? So, but there you go. Do you understand? Are we good, guys? So for this one, I think method 1 is a lot better because if you look at your GCF, right? The denominator doesn't go into GCF, so it doesn't go in nicely, right? You don't get a nice fraction. Any question? And one thing that I want you to really be careful is when you factor out your GCF, right? If your GCF happens to be the same as your one of the term, you have to leave out that 1, right? Because it's really 3r times 1, isn't it? When you factor it out. Everybody understand what I'm talking about? Are we good?